that I found online, so hopefully you guys have not heard these before, and we'll see what they are. Okay. Do you consider yourself good in the garden? Toastmaster Amy White.
You know what? I loved your intro. I thought it was a perfect setup to what we were about to speak about. And I love gardening. I am an earth child, a flower girl. Might not be the best at flowers, but I do love growing a lot of fruits. And I try with veggies. I'm good with romaine and green onions currently. And I also have loquats, lemons, key limes, mulberries, mangoes. Mangoes are like the size of olives right now, so I pray I get them before the squirrels do, because they're pretty naughty in my yard. I got a few avocados last year, but I did wait just one day too long. And it fell, and someone bit it, and I thought, I don't want to end up with another COVID, so I didn't get to enjoy it. I also have bananas and dragon fruit. So if anybody's hungry, come on over.
March Madness, or the beginning of baseball season. Toastmaster Josh Harris.
March Madness of baseball.
Like,
Let's be honest, baseball, I think they play 162 games. Do you actually care what transpires in any individual game?
Yes.
It's exciting.
Yes.
The pitch, ball. But basketball is the Final Four, the Sweet 16, the I don't know how many, 32. Every game matters, down to the buzzer. The drama. Will some little unknown school from some part of Iowa you didn't even know existed knock off the powerhouse of Kentucky or something like this? Or, I know, the Gators. Yes, there's so much more drama. You have to go with March Madness. Every game's a Super Bowl. Baseball season's the start. You won't even remember who played by the time you get to the World Series. So I'm sorry. It's a buzzer-beating time. It's March Madness.
yes, sir.
That's right.
The pool or the beach. Toastmaster Jay Shaw.
Thank you, Madam Table Topics Master.
Hey, baby.
Can you repeat the question, please?
Pool or the beach.
The pool or the beach? I have let loose my, I peed
What?
It transpired in my earlier life when I couldn't, like I was learning how to swim in the pool at the JCC and in New Jersey. But then it also happened in the ocean and in a lake one. Okay, I'll take that. I'll forget about that. Okay, I would say the beach. I like the beach because the beach is natural. The beach has cleansing properties, whereas the pool is full of chlorine, which keeps the water clean and might not be good for your skin. The beach is filled with sand and nice. I love the beach, and when you look at the beach, you stare out into the distance. You might be seeing Europe or Africa or South America or China. You can see anything across the beach, and if you're a good enough swimmer, you can swim there too. That's what I gotta say.
What is your favorite springtime food? Toastmaster Rebecca Appleton.
She's not here.
Or I thought she was
Right here. Thanks, Carlos.
Good morning. My favorite springtime food?
Or the spring-related food.
Spring-related food.
I think of springtime, I think of Easter, right? And all the wonderful things you can have at Easter, the beautiful colored eggs, which they say this time of year now, we might not have beautiful colored eggs because they're just too darn expensive right now. But I also think of a ham that is at Easter time, or a leg of lamb. So all of those wonderful things transpire at this beautiful moment where we celebrate the resurrection of Jesus.
What in your life needs spring cleaning? Toastmaster Karen Schwartz.
Good morning, Toastmasters and guests. What in my closet, I tried to give you guys the answer. What in my life needs springtime cleaning is definitely my closet. I moved to our townhouse about 3 years ago, and I never really got rid of all the clothes that we brought from the apartment. And I don't know how my clothes in the apartment fit in the apartment, because the closet's smaller. But I need to go through my closet and do a good spring cleaning of the clothes that I don't wear, don't fit, and just, I don't like anymore, you know? You don't really go through your closet and rummage through everything every single day. You don't go, these are the things that I wear, and these are the things I just don't think of anymore. And that is what in my life needs spring cleaning.
What are some of the benefits of spring? Toastmaster Rozier.
All right, hey Rebecca, were you listening to that?
What are some of the benefits of spring?
Benefits of spring. What are some of the benefits?
Oh, the benefits of spring. Thank you very much. Patty, this is, voice is being pumped in from Seattle. Benefits of spring. One of the most difficult choices I had to make when I moved from my townhouse into independent living was selecting a bed with good spring. You know how expensive beds are these days? What seniors need? You got lifts, you know, lifting your legs up and your head up, and then getting stuck in the middle. There was a week or two when I couldn't get out of bed. That's actually what transpired. So spring, yes, there's so many shops around. You bed, I bed, you fit. Search carefully for the right spring. There you go.
What is something you are looking forward to this spring, Toastmaster Marlene McKee?
Good morning. I am looking forward to this spring being better at public speaking. I am very nervous. I currently am the chairman of Orlando Health Foundation, where we're raising a whole bunch of money for the Children's Pavilion. If you've seen the building go up next to Orlando Health, it is going to be a game changer for our region. And I'm super excited that they chose me, but I'm very nervous at public speaking. So I am very much looking to transpire to be a better public speaker in this environment. Thank you.
Using spring to represent your annual goals, what is something you should work on that you may have neglected so far this year? Toastmaster Tim Taylor.
Oh. Rock lobster. That was the longest introduction to a table topic. Say that one more time.
Using spring to represent your annual goals, what is something you should work on that you might have neglected so far this year?
Well, you know, I've neglected my tan this year. And so because I had neglected it for so long, when I finally went to the beach yesterday, I thought, I'll get 1 year's worth of tan in one day. And I actually did. We went to a friend's condo, and these guys are sun worshipers. They're on the beach all day. And I put sunscreen on in the morning, and I thought, well, that's good enough for all day, right? I thought we'd be out there a couple hours. We were out there a couple hours, and then they had a couple of drinks. We went inside for lunch, and we went right back out there again. I thought, well, it's going to cover me all day. So now I'm truly a redneck. I'm from the South. I'm actually a redneck. But my favorite thing, it has transpired that Tim Linger is on a cruise, And so we got to bring the food, and we now have grits. And there's nothing more than Southern loves than good warm grits. So they're back there, folks. Enjoy them, and thank you very much.
What skill or hobby would you like to reawaken this spring? Toastmasters contest?
Skill or hobby you want to awaken this spring? That's a good question. Probably something like keeping my kids alive would be a good one. Reignite there. Yeah, it's a tough one. Let me share a story. We had a great celebration this week. Anybody know what I'm talking about?
No.
Not the stock market saving you from your money day.
Oh, yeah.
But, no, April 1st. The greatest holiday of the entire year, okay? My daughter loves it. She was playing pranks on everybody, hanging up skeletons in closets, things like that. It's awesome. But I figured I'd get everybody back this year. End of the day, everybody's kind of rummaging around the kitchen. I creep into the back room, right near the window to the backyard. I start screaming, "Hey, quick, come here!" And as they approach, "Quick, look, there's a bear in the backyard!" My son starts walking toward the window. And my wife starts walking toward the window. And my daughter runs out the door to the backyard. No, there was no bear, but my daughter, the animal lover, nearly became spring's next food. Thank you.
Rainy day indoors or sunny day outdoors? Toastmaster Alex McGrill.
Thanks. Very good.
Man, the myth, the legend.
Rainy days indoors or sunny days outdoors? Me personally, I hate the rain. I hate the rain because I feel like you can't get any work done. You know, I'm an outside guy, but I like to say inside. And unlike Tim Taylor, I've been working on my tan my whole life.
It works. Good job.
In the winter, you know, I try to find a way to lighten my skin and get pale and this and that. Cause I hear, you know, people say, "Oh yeah, I get pale in the winter and I get a tan in the summer," and neither works for me. So, and also, speaking of rain, does anybody get sleepy when it rains?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So I find it funny that you get sleepy when it rains, but when it's raining at night, you still can't go to sleep. Mr. Toastmaster.
A picnic or a backyard barbecue? Toastmaster Yuki's out.
Yee.
Picnic or backyard barbecue? I honestly love both. I've done a picnic down here in Park Ave quite a bit. One thing that I definitely want to do, maybe we could do that as a social here, is, it sounds funny, but I saw it on social media. It's called a meat off, where everybody brings like their own cut of meat. For example, this guy would bring steak, this guy would bring fish, this guy would bring lamb chops, and then we just all like cook it together, eat some mac and cheese or kebabs or whatever, right? So I had food in my mouth. But yeah, let's make that happen.
There you go.
Spring break or a staycation? BTM Jeff Rubinoff.
Toastmasters suggest spring break or staycation. How many for spring break? How many for staycation? Here's the thing. Spring break is a time period. It's not a destination. So you could have your staycation during spring break, right? It's staycation or travel somewhere. Is what I'm guessing the essence of the question is. And as I think about spring, and I think about spring cleaning, and I think about these getaways that everybody wants to transpire and say, if only I could get there, then everything would be better. I don't need the staycation, I've got to go there, because if I go there, there is better than here. But here's the trick. If we do the spring cleaning between our ears, we can go, we can stay, it doesn't matter, and guess what? If we stay, we might even save some money.
Did you have any springtime holiday traditions that you did growing up? Toastmaster Jeff Osborne.
Good morning, Toastmasters. Springtime traditions. Did I hear that right?
Yes.
Springtime traditions, okay. Let me think about that for a second. I'm gonna go back to the beach or the pool thing. I remember seeing a lady swim from, I think, Key Largo to Cuba in the ocean. I don't know how many miles that is, but she tried and she failed. Has anybody seen that? Has anybody heard that she swam? And then the original issue is she got swum by a lot of jellyfish. Where do you see that? Jellyfish. And she didn't make it. And then I think she ended up making it. So if I had to pick one, I'd probably pick the beach. Because I would like that. I would like to swim from Key Largo, or no, Key West to Cuba. I think that would be very interesting. And that could be my tradition every spring. I swim from Key West to Cuba. Maybe have a drink and then do a stay vacation there.
90.
99. Thank you.
If you could design your own spring festival, what would it be like? Toastmaster Morris McNitt.
Swallow.
Okay. DTM Jordan Kamaker.
Each speaker four.
Okay.
Back table.
That table. Toastmaster Jeff Hood.
Repeat that one, please.
If you could design your own spring festival, what would it be like?
I think I'm gonna go with the river or the beach. Being that I was born in Florida, had the fortunate opportunity to grow up along the St. John River. It was about 30 miles from the beach, but we were only 30 feet from the river. So I became a river rat, and I love the water. And to this day, there's nothing more that I enjoy being somewhere on the water. Now the beach is fun because obviously so many people travel for so many miles to go to the beach. But the beach is salt. You get salt in your eyes. You get this feeling when you come out, you gotta go get rinsed off. In the river, you don't have to do that. You can just do all kinds of stuff in the river that, in my opinion, you're not able to do at the beach. So for all you beach lovers, continue on. I'm going to stay with the river.
What is your favorite outdoor recreational activity? Toastmaster Carlos Benitez.
Thank you very much. That topic has inspired me, and now I will transpire it to y'all. I got that out the way, right? Obviously, you could see the outdoor activities that I'm shaped like a He-Man. Very well-rounded. And that's what it's all about. Getting out there, meeting people, engaging folks, motivating folks. This is what I do. I'm a change agent. I help people every day that don't have someone around to tell them, I love you. The vulnerable population, that's really what I do. I go to the prisons and help the folks that are incarcerated get out. Yesterday I saw a film about a priest who was out there loving and accepting LGBTQ. Very controversial film, but he was just loving people. You know what, folks? Love is the hardest thing that we can do. Thank you.
What is your idea of a great springtime outdoor party, Toastmaster Gary Adams?
Springtime outdoor party. Well, some of you may know, some of you may not know, my birthday was actually March 20th. Who knows what day March 20th is besides my birthday? First day of spring. So we should have an annual party at the river on March 20th. Make sure Tim wears plenty of sunscreen. Jeff can ride with someone because he doesn't want to spend the money on actually driving to where we're going to go. Amy will bring plenty of flowers and maybe some cabbage. What do you grow over there? Yes, maybe. Romaine lettuce, something like that. And we can have a really big party. Yugi will bring some meat, and we'll have a really great time. Thank you.
Mr. Timer, did all speakers qualify?
Everyone qualified.
Perfect. Vote for 2 and take a 2-minute break.